Hello and welcome to Dude Hack. My name is Steve and today we're going to be talking about what the minimum age is on Bumble. So today we're talking about the minimum age on Bumble. So look, moving on with this video, I am going to assume that the reason that you're watching it is because maybe one of your family members are underage and you're worried about them jumping on Bumble or things like that. If you're 17 or under 18, unfortunately you cannot use Bumble, nor should you, or any dating app for that matter, because that is literally the only time you should be worried about users being under 17 and whatnot, unless someone you're speaking to, their age is at 18 and they've said something that seems a little bit fishy or they seem a little bit younger. So I'm gonna just assume that you fall into one of those categories. Moving on. But look, before we do get into the video, guys, just a quick reminder, my name is Steve Morley. I'm the owner of dudehack.com, which is about everything online dating. So if you want to check out any articles about any dating app, go and check that out. Also, if you don't think Bumble is going to be the right dating app for you, you're worried about there being too many sort of underage people or whatnot, then I highly suggest you go and you take my free quiz, which will tell you exactly what dating app would suit you better. I put a link down that in the description below to go to the quiz on dudehack.com. But today you're here to find out about the minimum age on Bumble, so let's get into that right now. Now, the simple answer is, on Bumble and pretty much all of the dating apps out there that I ever speak about at least, are going to be a minimum age of 18. Bumble tried to introduce Bumble-teen, and yes, I stress the word tried because it definitely didn't work. The reason for that is there was a lot of glitches which actually made teenage users match with adults. It seemed like Bumble was actually trying to push that or encourage that, which wasn't the case. It was just a glitch. But besides the fact that it's just creepy, allowing minors to jump on a dating app, it just didn't work out too well for Bumble. So I don't see really any other dating apps following suit anytime soon. Now, the minimum age, just to stress, is 18. If somebody is below 18, what will generally happen is if they are caught out, their account will be permanently banned forever. That means if your Instagram or your Facebook or anything like that is linked with that account and you try to create another account when you are over 18, it's not going to work for you. You're permanently banned. Now, the way that these things generally work is when a user does slip through the cracks, they are speaking to a user and something doesn't seem right. So if you are one of these people and you're speaking to, say, a 19, 20-year-old, that things just seem a little bit fishy, maybe they slipped and talked about their double math period earlier that day, just something just doesn't add up, then you might go ahead and report that person selecting being underage. Then what will happen is an employee from Bumble will manually go over that profile to check for any red flags. And if it is shown that they are under 18, they will be banned permanently. Of course, it's not always obvious if you're speaking to, say, an 18-year-old and they're 17. It might be really tricky to find that stuff out. But if there's anything that's sticking out to you or it just seems a little bit weird or fishy, you're probably better to go ahead and report it anyway. And look, I've said this to people before and they've said, well, that's quite mean to do that to somebody, just let them have their fun. I completely disagree, because the last thing we want to do is let that minor, who could be potentially very impressionable, be sort of subject to another creepy adult or something like that. So it's always best for everybody to just get these people off the apps. So in future, we encourage them to stay off them altogether. So that is the underage limit there. But what about on the other end of the spectrum? Is there an age limit for people too old? Well, look, you might have noticed that Bumble's age range does go up to 100, but look, even if you are over 100 and you want to get on Bumble and see what it's all about, you can. But look, all jokes aside, generally there isn't any age limit to Bumble. In fact, I actually made a video recently about over 50s using Bumble. So if you want to check that out, I will put a link up above, whichever side it is. I think it's this one. But look, you might be wondering about the actual average age of users as well. Maybe you watched this video because you thought, hey, look, I'm this age. Does that sort of line up with Bumble? Am I too young? Anything like that? For you, what I suggest is you go and watch my video on the average age of Bumble users, which I'll also pop up there. But the good news is if you are over 18 and it doesn't matter how old you are, you can use Bumble. It really doesn't matter. If you're a little bit unsure, you're at a certain age, you don't know, look, by all means go and just use it, take the plunge. Or what I suggest is you go and you take my free quiz on dudehack.com, which will tell you exactly what dating app wouldn't only suit your age, but a lot of other factors of your personality and who you are. So I'll pop a link in the description below if you want to go and take that quiz now. But guys, until tomorrow's video, oh, and please subscribe and like. But until tomorrow's video, guys, stay safe, be well, and I'll see you later.